How to escape from the rat race early. Welcome back to the channel WISGRAM, where you can get practical wisdom for money, investing, success, and more. In today's video, I'll be sharing 5 steps to escape from the rat race early. But before we begin, please give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so that you wouldn't miss any of our new videos that will be uploaded every week. Now, let's get started. You might probably wonder what rat race means. Well, it is simply the way of life in which ordinary people are trapped in a competitive struggle for money. If you want to know whether you belong in this group or not, try asking yourself these questions. Does my life have an end goal? Does my overall life include competition? Is my life characterized by comparison? If you have no end goal, and your life evolves in competition and comparison where you find yourself tired and unhappy, that means you are indeed trapped in the rat race. Do you wish to continue your rat race on and on until your retirement? I'm sure not. So, what are the steps to escape this rat race early? Step number 1. Cut back on spending and save money. The government inflates the money supply, diminishing each individual's purchasing power. The amount of stuff your money can buy decreases over time. Therefore, it's critical that you cut costs and save money. However, you must recognize that working hard, cutting costs, and getting out of the rat race is just impossible since you live in a monetary system where the cost of living a decent life is rising considerably faster than salaries. From the cost of rent to daily necessities, the prices of such commodities climb significantly faster than wage increases. As a result, most people end up working longer hours because they have a lot of bills to pay, including unnecessary expenses. Because of this, even if they get a high-grade salary, they always end up living paycheck to paycheck. So try to cut back on food and rent and stop keeping up with the trends. You don't have to buy inessential and expensive things that will burn most of your income. Key to this? Never buy something with the money you can't afford to spend. Step number 2. Increase your income streams. Money pays the bills and puts food on the table. The more money you make, the more money you have. But that doesn't mean you can recklessly spend your money on everything. Also, you must continue being frugal as you plan with your escape. Most people think that getting a stable job is the only way to earn money. Long ago, it might be true that making money outside of a 9-to-5 job was impossible. But now, in the digital era, you need to take advantage of the internet. You can start a business and sell your products online if you have the entrepreneurial spirit. If you like writing, then the option is starting a blog. You can also apply for a side hustle. There are broad possibilities outside your regular working hours. You just have to decide and start on what you want to do. The cycle of waking up early, heading to work, and going home to get some sleep is the barrier that prevents people from escaping the rat race. That is why it is critical to establish a secondary source of income. You can gradually escape from the rat race by switching up your day with an activity that produces money and works at your regular job. Instead, learn to further increase your income stream and save more money. Step number 3. Take asymmetrical bets. But what is an asymmetrical bet? It is a bet with limited downside and a nearly limitless upside. This basically means that it's a bet that has a decent chance of paying off extraordinarily high returns. Playing the lottery is not an asymmetrical bet since, despite the possibility of earning millions of dollars, the odds of winning are less than 1 in a million. One of the good examples of a real asymmetrical bet is investing in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. After the March 2020 crash, Bitcoin soared more than 1,200% and Ethereum to more than 3,600% by November 2021. If you could bet some of your saved money during these times, it would have given you a significant opportunity to get out of your rat race. But of course, since every bet is simply too dangerous, you should conduct extensive research before doing so. If you look at the history of any well-known investors such as Warren Buffett, you'll notice that the majority of them made their initial fortunes by betting a big percentage of their net worth on an asymmetrical bet. Buffett's first large investment was in Geico, an insurance firm on which he staked 65% of his fortune. Over the next 20 years, the company grew 100 times, allowing him to retire from the rat race at the age 26 with a net worth of $174,000, comparable to nearly $1.7 million in today's money. Risk is, after all, a component of the game. Rather, safe investments like index funds simply don't give you enough returns to get out of the rat race quickly. You can have enough wealth but may still have to work till your 60s. If you want to get out of the rat race within the next 5 to 10 years, then asymmetrical bets are one of the things that could actually get you there. Step number 4. 3 R's. Risk management, rinse, repeat. Since asymmetrical bets have a high chance of risks, and that's why risk management is important in the process, you should always consider betting money that you can afford to lose. Never bet all in because your money will turn to waste if anything goes wrong. Just bet the right amount so that you can survive to bet again, which is the rinse and repeat part. For instance, Johnny decided to bet big on several cryptocurrencies. He knew that if he was right, he would be making unbelievable wealth. At the same time, he knew that if he was wrong, his life would make no changes at all, since he has a business that brings in income. If things go unfortunate for him, he would just need to work, save up for another year, and try again with a bet. And this is why increasing the income stream is important. The well-known investors in the global market made 2 to 3 terrible bets before succeeding. You can also do that by considering increasing your income stream, learning from your mistakes, and trying again, and finally getting enough fortune to get out of the rat race. Step number 5. Preserve your wealth. If you were successful by step number 4, you might be able to drop out of the rat race early with enough fortune. Now, it is time to preserve the wealth created. This step has 2 parts: diversification and adjusting your withdrawals. Diversification is the strategy of spreading your investments across different asset classes to minimize your exposure to any one type of asset. This method is intended to help you lower your portfolio volatility over time. On the other hand, withdrawal adjustments refer to a decrease in the amount of a requested withdrawal. These adjustments have 3 umbrellas: cash buffer, flex budget, and financial guardrails. A cash buffer is money placed aside outside of your nest egg for the sole purpose of covering costs if your investments fall by a specified amount. This method helps protect your savings by preventing you from liquidating your investments while they are at a loss. A flexible budget is an excellent approach to utilize in conjunction with cash buffers. It cuts your spending in the months or years when your investment fall below the amount you select as your limit. Finally, financial guardrails require you to alter your withdrawals based on the current worth of your nest egg and a set of restrictions. Its purpose is to make sure that your withdrawals don't go too high in relation to the size of your nest egg so that you don't run the risk of outliving your money, but also that they don't get too low so that you wind up with a nest egg that's bigger than you'll ever spend. So how do you know you've gotten out of that rat race? You officially escaped the rat race when you could live life on your own terms. You have the complete freedom to do whatever you desire, including quitting your work and traveling the world. Right now is the time to take control of your financial future. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and see you again soon in another one of our episodes. Once again, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family so that they can enjoy it as well. With that said, have a wonderful day everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.